This is my 2014 Mazda 3. It's the S Grand Touring hatchback, has a 2.5 in it. Great car, super smooth. I love the looks, the body lines, just how the car flows, how it sits, like it stands. Beautiful car. Honestly, one of my favorite cars I've ever owned. I bought it with about 116,000 miles. Got 141 on it right now. And so in the year and a month, 13 months or so that I've owned it, put on those 25,000 miles, just getting in the car and driving out of town, doing road trips. Pretty much been on the highway most of its life. Even the previous owner was driving 80 miles 5 days a week round trip for work. And so in the couple years he owned it, he put on about 80,000 miles. So this car has a lot of life left in it. Pretty much the only thing I do to it maintenance wise has been oil changes and tire rotations. I picked up these BFG G-Force Comp 2s when I picked them up back in March or so. Picked the car back up March 2019. I picked these tires up because I thought I was going to be dealing with some snow. Definitely rain, but some snow. Come to find out, I'm not going to have to deal with, never had to deal with snow at all. So I guess I didn't really need these. My one complaint with this car is the fact that it does have a lot of road noise in the cabin, and these tires don't help that. I'm pretty sure I could have got a tire that would have lessened the cabin noise, but it could definitely be worse. I've driven cars that have been louder on the interior, but these aren't really known for having the quietest ride. And you can do some research online just to see that that is a common thing with Mazdas. I'm sure if you did get a tire more catered to, you know, smoother driving, you would have a little bit quieter of a ride. But oil changes and tire rotations, pretty much the only thing I've done because the car has been on the highway most of its life. I'm pretty lenient on the oil changes. I do keep an eye on them and check the oil pretty regularly, and I'll run 5,000 to 7,000 miles on one change. Haven't had any issues. Got to get the brakes done in the next, you know, like I said, 5,000 to 7,000 miles or so. But overall, great car. Love the way it looks, love the way it drives. It's fun to drive. It's not a BMW, but it's also not a, you know, a Toyota Camry. It's not a couch on wheels. The seats hug you. The car just feels engaging when you're driving it. It has enough power, 180 horsepower. It doesn't seem like a lot, but for a car that is engaging, you know, that can hug the corners well, and that can, you know, take corners well and make you feel like you're actually driving a car, this is great. And to still get, you know, I think I'm averaging 32 miles a gallon or something along those lines. Car does have some blemishes and whatnot. I'll show you right here. This one being pretty bad. Also, the car is really dirty. Sorry, but I haven't had time to wash it. This is really bad right here. Previous owner backed into a light pole at a grocery store, and then this part chipped off on the tail light. I'm not sure exactly what happened here. The Mazda logo, or sorry, emblem was removed. Don't know what happened there. This is all before I got the car. And then down here, see if you can tell right there, there's a little love mark as well. And also, I was driving out in the middle of driving back to town a while back, and because I have the Grand Touring, I've got the fog light cover and the chrome trim. I was driving back to town, and a cat just ran out in the middle of the road, and I was going about 70, and that's what happened. And so, having said that, it busted up this part of my front bumper here. The bumper was messed up real bad, and we had to use a heat gun to kind of pull it out a little bit, and did a decent job. Definitely not the best. There are some more love marks right here, but it was just it looked definitely significantly worse. And so I did find a plastic cover, but I don't think I bent this back correctly. I'm pretty sure it needs a little more work because there's clips like right behind here that aren't fitting right, and so it sits, but this part up here is still pretty loose. But you know what, honestly, it looks better than having this off. So I have the chrome piece, but it's too large for this, so I want to return it, and maybe I'll just get a matching piece for the other side, so the other side doesn't have the chrome and it's just black. I wouldn't mind that at all. Love the way the car sits, love the way the car drives. It's treated me well, and I'll probably hold on to it for a little bit longer. That's pretty much going to be it. Just want to do a quick overview. If you guys have any questions, let me know.